What's up? It is Wednesday. All waiting for the CPI print this morning. Until then, we take a look at where we're at this morning. It looks like gold's up, was up yesterday. Actually, that's not right. So gold was down yesterday, but it's up pre-market. And then TLT's up, and the high betas like semiconductors was up yesterday, and it's continuing. So we're kind of seeing a risk on this morning. It looks like single assets move is really like ambiguous. The combination of gold, long duration bonds, rate sensitive growth semis rally. It's looking like we're going to be seeing some risk on this morning. And we're just waiting for the CPI print to see what it looks like. Let's see here. If I was looking at the CPI options here, if stocks go down, bonds go up. This is a flight to safety split, and if we're seeing a hot CPI hedge, then we'll see the dollar bid semi-solid. But we're not seeing any of that, so we're looking at more of a dovish lean rolled in, and growth scare rolled out by observation. So again, there's not a single asset move here, but the combination across the board looks to be printing that. We have thin volume across the board pre-market. Everything's just kind of hanging out until the CPI print comes out. Brent's at 89. Trending this morning is CoreWeave. It's up 14% this morning. And this is just a reminder, this is the daily, that big moves like earnings does reset the chart. So I'm not saying go into it, but I'm just saying it does reset things. The Australian dollar, Swiss franc is catching a bid this morning. Base metals are pushing higher on Chinese stimulus hopes. And this would be a good short depending on, or not a good short, rather. This would be a good play depending on how the market responds on CPI. Euro USD is kind of trending flat. Low volume, just kind of hanging out. Everything's kind of waiting around. This would be the good short opportunity. The US dollar, Swiss franc, low yielding funders like CHF and SEK, which we've been following on the live stream, are underperforming this morning, but the broader dollar trend is fragile. So depending on the CPI print, we might go into that. Yesterday we looked at BW, and this morning, let's see what it turned out to be. So where's that at? It's up a little bit, but yeah, BW was up crazy yesterday pre-market. We looked at that on the live stream, and as always, I do a 15-minute wait, opened up high, and then just bled dry for the first 15. So it's always good to see that when you're not on that side of the trade. Speaking of trades, let's go through what we have here. IHI, we called that yesterday on the live stream, and we're up 1% on that. So it looks like the thesis right now seems to be pretty good. Low volume candle though on the second breakout, so it's just rising on low volume. Stop loss remains. RVMD. Looks like we did not get the price target we were hoping, but we did get a low volume hammer there. Stop loss remains. IEFA is a recent entry. We're just kind of bouncing around, respecting that August 5th open there. Lower volume. Stop loss remains. ANF continues to be good. Low volume up hammer symbol. It's just floating into gap fill territory. Stop loss remains. FSLY continues its flight. Flat pre-market. Low volume. Path. Path is down on a high volume upthrust candle. What's the 20-day on this? Definitely extended, okay. BAC's finally getting some bids, and we're seeing banks across the board this morning get bid. We got a low volume indecisive candle. Seeing a lot of setups this morning in the bank area. ECO. Okay. Lower volume pullback continuing. Testing yesterday's high. Stop loss remains. EUFN. Crazy high volume upthrust. Stop loss remains on that. IQLT. Looks like we're giving back some gains here. This looks exactly like the other one. That's crazy. Wait, it's because it is the other one. IQLT is up 3%. Okay. We put our stop at the previous price target. We're now into another price target. Low volume. Stop loss remains. What do we have here? Price target was 52. Conservative was 51. Okay, good deal. EPOL up 6% on this guy, and it just continues flight. This is such a great position. Where is the next price target? Primary is 45.80. Okay, 45.80. So, okay. EPOL has been the standout in this book the last couple of days among the other ETFs. We have a low volume and decisive candle up crazy high in pre-market. Second target. I've been playing around with multiple price targets, and these ETFs seem to be repricing since the main exchange is probably closed. Just lower volume rising into that area. Yeah, we might. I'm going to move man up a touch since the 20-day is getting higher. Okay. XLF continues on the golden cross. And then Bark looks like a lower volume testing on that breakout. We need to get our breakout scanner back out and see it because that was a good position. Let's look at runs real quick and then we're going to hop off here. So yeah, that's a good one too. So we're seeing banks across the board this morning. Johnson Controls. Cool. Zeta Holdings. Oh, I'm looking at the 15-minute. Okay. Whoops. Zeta Holdings looks very good. I think we were looking at the wrong ones. Yeah, on the daily. That's a great consolidation too. Got to add that to the list. ONB. Very good. JCI. It's like a high type pullback on Johnson. I stopped trading those. That's a low volume test too. Might just throw some yellow money on this one. Or do a confirmation. Look at that. We still do YOLO. I don't advise it. But we still YOLO up in here. Zeta is looking too extended for me to even look at on a potential entry. OMC was this commercial services. Interesting. I don't have to know what the company does to make money. Okay. Power trend. That power trend looking good on that consolidation, somewhat consolidation. Okay. We're working on a huge feature with Signal Deck where we have strategies that we build internally at the family office. We're going to start building the logic to where you can go into the backtester. You can build your strategy. You can then go save it into your notebook. And then you can go and deploy this into the forward testing. Our competition doesn't do it. They're sleepy. We're working on that. We'll have that out pretty soon. So this is pretty cool. So you can take this strategy and actually forward test it into your account under your runs and see how it's doing, which is pretty amazing. So that's a big feature that we're working on internally. So risk on this morning going into the CPI. We're going to see how that looks like. So we have a lot of CPI across the board. Crude inventories coming out. GDP coming out tomorrow. And yeah, so we're all just kind of hanging out, waiting around. We have a few positions that we're looking at. I'm not even going to go through the charts on the random positions. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. So I want to get this out before the CPI comes out. You have a good one.